Damas y caballeros, introducimos al gran nigeriano.
¡Vamos México! ¡Vamos México! ¡Vamos México! ¡Vamos México! It's game day! Let's go! My name is Jose. I'm no longer Tokes. My new name is Jose. I'm a Mexican now. Am I not a Mexican? I'm a Mexican.
Mexicano, güey.
I am Mexicano now. Arriba Mexico! You can see the eagle already. Nigeria, we have an eagle on our flag. So we are brothers. Mexico, Nigeriano, hermano. Let's go!
There's a couple of things I've observed in this World Cup that just kicked off, and about we, black people, the way we presented ourselves, the way we have presented ourselves so far, and the way we are behaving there. You understand? There are some things I've observed that, puts me off a lot. But before then, let me just tell you about a story about the Berlin Conference. These are things that we should be taught normally in classes, and I know it's not really a common knowledge out there, but people know about it. Africans know about it. But I know there are still a whole lot of Africans who don't know about this. So, the Berlin Conference, as it's, the name suggests, it happened in Berlin. I want to assume it happened in Berlin. So, yeah, it actually happened in Berlin. So, what happened there was all the European countries, prior to the Berlin Conference, they all had their disagreements, things they were fighting on. And at some point, they discovered that this fighting was not even helping them. It was not helping. It was all to their own disadvantage. This one will bully this one will bully that one, and this, that, and that. So, but then, before the Berlin Conference, they now discovered Africa, a place called Africa, a continent called Africa. And they were like, see, instead of us fighting ourselves, let's just unite and go and take this plan. Let's divide it among ourselves. The French, you can take your English, this place, Spanish, you take this other side. That's why we have Anglophone countries, Francophone countries. We have, countries that speak Spanish, one or two of them, and Portuguese and all that. So, it happened in the Berlin Conference. That was where they met and divided it. There was an agreement. Now, let's stop fighting ourselves. Let's go and chop these people off. They are the big meat. So, they organized themselves and took over Africa. And that is why they had these tactics of, okay, now that we are united against these people, let's go into these places and see existing conflicts that are already in these places. Then let's fuel it so that they can keep being divided, and then we can take over their land. That's one story. Let me give you a second story. During the time of apartheid in South Africa, so many African countries, Africa really presented a united front when it came to the confronting apartheid. You understand? Zimbabwe, a lot of South Africans ran there to take asylum. Your father will tell you, if you ask your father, in Nigeria, they contributed money, their lunch food, contributed from inside, to send it to the South Africans. Follow this story, and I'm not here to justify Nigerians or justify anybody. Follow the story and just see where I'm going. You understand? So, they all presented a united front. But then, when the colonizers saw what we achieved during the time of the apartheid, they were like, wow, this is very scary. Let's find a way to make sure we keep these people divided. Bam! They hijacked the South African media. Now, they control the media. They control what is being posted on the media, and the reach of the media to everywhere, rural areas and all that. They controlled everything. And guess what they were displaying more? They were displaying crimes committed by black people from other African countries, as if they were the only group of people who committed crimes. They only posted their crimes. They only, broadcasted the crimes that were committed by African people. Gradually, programming the minds of South Africans to believe that these your fellow Africans you are seeing are not up to any good at all. You understand? When they come here for only crime. So that hate began to grow in the heart of our South African brothers, and then all of a sudden that's matured to what people call xenophobia now, and which I would like to even say is Afrophobia, because that's not xenophobia. Why are they not chasing the other people in their places? So that is Afrophobia. It's what the media taught them. It programmed their mind so that kind of unity that was experienced during the time of apartheid will not happen anymore. South African land is rich. They want to exploit the place. They want to take all the gold. They want to take everything. So they have to keep us in this state of conflict. So what am I saying? Look at the World Cup we are going to. It's actually very unnecessary for us to go there and back Mexico against South Africa. Why? That's terrible, because I know there is a lot of damage that has been done by this Afrophobia thing going on in South Africa. But then let's also start considering the fact that those people doing these things, they are not the entire population of blacks in South Africa. There are many intelligent black people in South Africa who come out to talk. You people don't engage in those posts. You don't share their posts so that the world could see vibrant young South Africa who are talking sense, who are Pan-African. There are many people in South Africa that I already have been looking up to them even before this whole xenophobia and Afrophobia stuff got serious. People like Julius Malema, people like Trevor Noah, and then we had one of the greatest freedom fighters in Black history, Steve Biko, from South Africa. These are people we look up. The Pan-African dream is still very much alive in South Africa. If you can look beyond what the media is trying to do, if you can look beyond what the media is trying to do, the way the media is trying to program our minds to hate each other. Young people, young vibrant people in South Africa, I've seen them making very intelligent observations about what is going on. They can see through the whole thing. Or do you think those guys wearing that warrior stuff and jumping on the road are the best of Black South Africans? Do you think those are the best of Black South Africans? No. There are very intelligent South Africans out there who, their voices are being suppressed, but they are on the side of Pan-Africanism, Like I've mentioned people, Malema, and Vusi Tembekwayo, these are great people that I already look up to, and they all support this Pan-African dream, and they are all with it. So the Pan-African dream is so much alive in South Africa that we cannot write South Africa off as a Black nation. We'll keep holding them. Maybe we are going to get, not maybe, if we are consistent and then we persist, we are going to come to a point where everybody's eye will become very open to see what, the whole control behind this whole problem. So the whole thing at the World Cup, please, let's present a united front. What is the problem at home? Is the problem at home? We will solve it. It might take time. There's a lot of bitterness in everybody's heart now because even some people got killed by the whole Afrophobia incidents. So we are still encouraging South Africans, those of you that are still on the side of Pan-Africanism, that believe in Pan-Africanism, talk to your brothers, the ones that are confused. We don't have any problem with you punishing those who are illegal, those who are carrying out crimes in your place. But leave the people who have legit things doing, who have a legit hustle. Please, leave them alone. Leave them alone. So basically, and then those that are, criminals, prosecute them, deport them, or do something about them. But then it's not something you are going to be, you are killing some. If you watch some of those videos, the way they hit some people because the hate inside their hearts that has been created in their hearts is so much. These people that are, controlling us are so intelligent. They understand the psychic aspect of things. So the issue is we don't want to face the fact that we are being manipulated. So South African people, those Black South Africans who are pushing other Black Africans away, don't want to face the facts, the dark truth that they have been manipulated to, hate their fellow African brothers. And as for us African people, other African people, other countries that go to South Africa, there is something we still need to understand, that the South African people too have their own struggle. Their lands were stolen, and these people create, companies from the things they take from their soil. At the end of the day, they want to be employing them and be paying them peanuts. So as a form of protest, they refuse to take these peanuts and withdraw themselves from trying to work from those companies. And then we will come there and just take these jobs, making their struggle look as if it's useless. This is still another angle to look at these things. You understand? Let us be aware of these things. Let us respect each other's struggles. And as for me, if South Africa keeps doing well in the World Cup and they are even performing so well that they could win, I'll back them up. Ghana is my number one because Ghana is amazing. Ghana, the whole thing they did at the UN, applying for reparations and all that, it made me give them respect. And I vowed to support them throughout the World Cup. But my heart is with all the Black African countries who are in that World Cup. And that is the kind of, image I want us to present as African people. A united front. All this, I'm backing Mexico. We are just there, casting ourselves to the world. When they are united, the whole world is united against us. When they try to invade South Africa and it's not working, the Europeans recruited the Chinese, recruited the Indians, Pakistanis. Let's go and take over this land. You understand? They are all united against you. You are going there to show them that you are not united. It's not going to help us. So in this World Cup, let us present a united front. Let's not go there and be misbehaving. Peace and love unto you, Africans. Bless.